Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn and this is a reading for Capricorn during the Pisces season. So we're entering into Pisces season and it goes up until in and around our spring equinox and the beginning of spring. So let's pull a focus card for the reading to kind of get it grounded, and then we'll use two different tarot decks and a little bit more oracle in the end here. So Capricorn, is there any kind of focus that needs to come out here? Okay, we're going to cut the cards then and see what comes forward. Simplifying your life. Okay, so that is the focus message here, simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. So perhaps it is that your life has been a little bit busy, Capricorn. Perhaps it's become a little bit muddled and you've lost sight of doing things for you and focusing on, focusing on the small pleasures. Or maybe it is that you're literally in the process of decluttering, spring cleaning, that kind of thing. We'll have to see. So let's see what comes out here. Okay. So Capricorn during Pisces season, see what wants to come. Sometimes the cards will fly right out and sometimes they don't. So just give them an opportunity to do that if they want to. And then we will shuffle. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so we will cut the deck and pull for the rest. We'll put that underneath. Okay, and now we're just going to pull a little bit from the romance deck to this smaller deck, just to round out each pass, and then I'll read each one as we go through. How many is that? Two? Okay, one more. Okay. All right. So this goes here, and that was there. All right, Capricorn. Let's get started. So we start out with two. We have 1, 2, 3 4 major arcana in all of this, and we have 2 court cards as well. We've got some earth energy, we've got some air energy, and a little bit of shells. Okay, so we have a little bit of emotion as well. So let's see, we've got 7s repeating, 8s repeating, 5s repeating, 2 of the same kind of court card as well. So lots of doubles and lots of repeating. Okay, let's get started. We started with a major arcana, which is number 11, master number balance. So this is all about justice. So this is about balancing the scales. This is about justice prevailing. And you notice that there's a representation of all of the suits here. So this isn't pertaining to any one area of life. This is pertaining to all areas of life, any area of life. So it will be specific to each of you, you know, how this rolls out and how this plays out. So we've got justice coming with whatever this is in simplifying your life. We've got a sense of justice, of, this outcome coming forward. Just before that, just after that, I'm just checking what it would be in the regular tarot. We have the Hanged Man, and then we've got sacrificed here, number 12. So it could be that you feel like you're needing to sacrifice. Now, the Hanged Man is typically in a traditional tarot. It's not really a sacrifice. It's more of you're sitting and contemplating. He's upside down, or she is suspended in air. It's not an action card. There's nothing to do. It's sort of a waiting game, so to speak, but it's also time to be on your own and to think about things. So it could be that you've had to step within and do some internal considering, some internal checks and balances around whatever the situation is with justice. Maybe you've been looking at ways to streamline whatever this is, whether it's emotion, whether it's material, whether it's situational. It'll be different for everyone. And on top of this, we've got the Princess of Shells, which is emotion. So that would be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces perhaps. And this is the romantic. So this could literally pertain to romance, where, you know, you in terms of this whole concept of simplifying and enjoying the simple things, the simple pleasures in life. This could pertain to romance. This could be a romantic situation where there's that give and take with the sacrifice and the justice, you know. There's that give and take that you're internalizing, that you're moving through in order to bring about more harmony in a romantic way, in a romantic relationship. It could also be that you've romanticized your views around something, and this card is representative because the way it plays out with the other two, it's almost like you've had sort of this idealistic romanticized view of whatever this particular situation pertains to, and there's been some insight into, if we strip away the layers, you know, with this card, with the sacrifice, the patience needed, the sense of having to sacrifice something and then justice prevailing here is maybe you've over romanticized something, and just the reality of it, the cause and effect is playing out, and you're shifting your perspective. You know, it could be that. So moving forward, we have patience and planning here, and this is in the material when it's surrounded by the red. This is in the material world. So in the next few weeks, whatever you've got going on here is going to take some patience and some planning and some coordinating. You've got decisions to make. You've got multiple directions here. You've got the two pillars, you know, going. In order to establish that, you've got to take some time, do some planning, right? Figure out what needs to stay, what needs to go in terms of the sacrifice card. Figure out what would be just and right. But just the simplest way, you know, where can everybody win in whatever the situation is that pertains to you. Then we've got the messenger here with the Princess of Wings. So this would be the swords, right? And this would be just the key message here is the messenger. So this is messages coming in. This is someone, it could be represented by a figure. Usually it's youthful, but it doesn't have to be. This is feminine energy, but again, it doesn't have to be feminine. But there's messages coming in for you that are important. So maybe that's why the patience is here and the planning. You're waiting to receive all the information that you need from all of the parties. And then you've got accelerated motion. So once things get going, then things are really going to take off. But there are some spots in here still throughout this whole process of this month, moving forward these several weeks, where it fits and starts, you know. But once it gets going, things are going to happen fairly quickly. Accelerated motion means the momentum picks up and it starts to really fly, right? So moving along here, it's interesting because we've got another 7 here, and this is in the mental body. So this is deception and envy, another number 7 here. So there's either that others are envious of you, or perhaps you're envious of another in a situation, and there's things hidden, there's deception there, and it's intentional. It's intentional deception there. So you're not being shown everything, or it's being misrepresented. You're being misled on some level, and that is leading you into this space of the 5 of Shells, disappointment. So, you know, sorry, I'm just taking a look at the cards moving forward. Take heart. It's going to, it is going to be okay, But once you find out this hidden information, once that deception is revealed, then you're going to see that disappointment, that disappointment come through. You'll know what that is when it comes, Capricorn, whoever is connecting with it, however it pertains to you. But you'll definitely know, because we have a Tower moment coming up here shortly. So it could be that you're following this path and you've made this choice, and there's some disappointment around that, or there was some deception. Perhaps you didn't have all the information that you needed in order to make that choice in a fair way. But justice is in play here. Remember that back here. Even though it's at the beginning, this is a whole process. So you've definitely got this, justice is going to come. The natural outcome for the cause and effect is going to happen here. Fair is fair, so to speak. We've got another major arcana coming in this pass, power. So you see the balance here with this deception and envy and this disappointment. You definitely have the upper hand, so to speak, and you're going to need to draw on your power, your strength. And I love, this would be strength in the traditional tarot card, but I love the way it's presented here, because you've got that strength of the lion and the Leo energy, the fire energy, but you also got the wisdom, with this character on the other side. Oh, sorry, I did it opposite. But you've got the wisdom here with the graying, the age, the experience of age, the wisdom of experiences that have gone by. And that creates not just strength, but, a sense of internal power, internal strength and power, which you will need to draw on throughout this, throughout the course of the next several weeks. And it's not a negative necessarily at all. You may just have opportunities to express that and use that, draw on that quality. But you do have here, coming forward, financial and material changes. So you've either got changes coming in terms of your finances, and or you've got changes coming in terms of the dynamics of the way things move in your material world. So that could be a job shift, it could be a home shift, it could be I don't know, if you're in education, or if you're studying, it could be a shift in your focus of your major, something like that. But it's something in the physical and something in the financial. So the financial and the material is shifting in the manifested world. And then we've got the Tower moment here, which is crisis in this deck, because this is the emotional romance type deck. But the Tower is like a breakthrough moment for me. That's where there's sudden realizations. It's not always something that dissolves in the physical, although it very much can be. A situation that has just a moment of, the lightning strikes and it all falls apart. But it can also be with this deception card in here, as well as the power with the strength here, and with this accelerated motion and the planning. It could also be that this is a moment where you have an internal aha, a real epiphany, a real shift in understanding, a real shift in the way that you see a certain situation, a certain person, a certain setting, whatever that is for each of you. It will be different. And then once you have that clarity, once you have that aha moment, that's going to impact the way that this rides out, and it's going to lead you to this beautiful Ace of Wands, this number 1, passion ignited. So that's where things start anew, and it's a brand new slate. It's a brand new creativity, confidence, enthusiasm, courage, passion. So it's all going to unfold in the way it needs to unfold, Capricorn. It is going to simplify things for you and for those around you, so that you can really focus on those simple pleasures. Like you are streamlining, getting rid of some convoluted nonsense somewhere in here, and it's leading you, although there will be some dips, it's really leading you and yours to a space where you're going to be able to feel fresh and new again. Yeah, fresh and new. That's really what it feels like it's evolving into, and just in time for spring. So that'll be beautiful. All right, Capricorn, that's your reading for Pisces season. Please remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.